Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Monday! How's your Monday? Do you guys like this? This began with a little pimple on my nose that I kept scratching, and now it's a nice mark. Luckily, I don't have any really important meetings, but really I'm just getting seen by all of you, so where's that? Mr. Flo? And yes, the answer to your question is I will always kick your ass when it comes to a, what's the word I'm looking for? Haven't had enough caffeine apparently. Arm wrestling match. Try to beat that. You think you can beat that? I don't think so. I love thee. So anyway, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a really busy weekend. And by the way, these are those tops I was telling you about. The ones from Walmart, which I need to go back to Walmart because obviously they have very good tops. I'm telling you guys what I said I wasn't going to tell you for a week. The stick's looking really funny. Anyway, you just need to blot. Having an issue. I'm always having an issue. But anyway, I wanted to tell you guys, April 20th. Oh, sorry. What I alluded to, what I was doing a little bit differently in my diet, because I know I'm going to end up talking about it somewhere like on Facebook or Twitter, and then I'll kind of spoil it. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just that I thought it would be more interesting to share with you kind of after I can say, hey, you know, after doing this for 4 weeks, you know, this is the fat loss that I've achieved or whatever. But I'm going to put a post up to it. I was talking to my friend Jackie about, I don't know, I was asking her something. Oh, you know what? I was asking her, and she's done a guest post on here before, but I was asking her about, you know, overall calories, and I said, you know, I'm really doing good on my diet, and I feel like I'm tweaking my diet a little bit because the first quarter of this year, you know, my fat loss was good, but it wasn't as, you know, I didn't. And again, I don't weigh myself, so I guess that's probably a bad thing. I measure myself. But I told her, I'm like, I feel like I'm a little bit worried about tweaking my calories too low, you know, because you get in that mindset where you've heard this, don't go too low or you're overtraining and, you know, you'll burn muscle or, you know, all of this crazy stuff that we hear all the time, right? So I just wrote her an email and she wrote back and she said, no, you know, I think, obviously, you know, you don't want to go to having 500 calories a day, but she said, I've even incorporated some fasting occasionally during the week, you know, a day here or whatever, based on this book, Eat, Stop, Eat by Brad Pilon. And I've heard of this, okay? I've heard over the past year or so, several different, you know, whatever, experts, top bloggers, whatever, talking about this. Actually, Squig talked about it on her blog, that she had tried it. And, you know, Squig is great if you go to her blog. She's very good at just trying a lot of new things that come out. And just giving a really good analysis of, you know, hey, I liked it, or I tried it and I liked it. It's not something I'm going to do long term, whatever. You know, she's gone vegan for a while. You know, she prefers to be where she's at right now, but she's tried a lot of different things. Some things she doesn't stay for a while, but she did do a review of this Eat, Stop, Eat, which is an ebook. Guys, it's an ebook. It's exceedingly cheap. I mean, it's 30 bucks. I didn't think twice about buying it, and I bought it because I was a little worried when I first heard it, which I'm sure most of you would be, you know, fasting, isn't this just some crazy like cabbage soup diet kind of a thing? But when you read that ebook, and I'm not making any money by telling you guys to buy it, okay, I'm going to provide a link. I'm not making any money, so full disclosure. You see his approach and how he breaks it out, and he's done the research. So this is not just like one guy's idea, like, oh wow, I did this and lost weight, so now I'm going to sell it. His research behind it is very solid. So when you do a 24-hour fast 1 to 2 times a week, it's very effective, and it's not going to damage your metabolism, and it's not going to, you know, you're not burning muscle, as long as you keep working out with weights while you incorporate this into a diet program. You can kind of maybe speed up your fat loss a little bit. And there's no claims in this book like, you know, incorporate this and you'll lose 10 pounds the first week. He doesn't say that at all. In fact, he's saying, you know, if you do this the right way and you don't look at your non-fasting days as a free-for-all. In other words, you don't do a fast on Monday, like I'm fasting right now. You don't do a fast on Monday and then Tuesday is your cheat day. You know, you don't go back and have pizza and cupcakes and sugar all and then go and fast another day. You know, and on that note, he highly recommends, you know, that you don't do more than 2 fasts, 24-hour separate fast periods a week. That beyond that, you're getting excessive and you're too much and you're going to burn out. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I fasted, making sure, I'm already blogging, 5 minutes. I did fasting actually when I was on the road last week. So I was in DC, right? So I did fast a 24-hour fast. I had my breakfast on Tuesday and then I waited until the next day to have breakfast again. You can have diet soda, you can have black coffee, which I'm having right now, you can have water, green tea, whatever, but really that's it. And what I kept telling myself when I did it, I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can do this. Because, you know, it sounds intimidating to eat nothing, but I'm like, hey, you know, I've had to get a lot of blood work done, right, in the past, and I have had to, you know, maybe if you've had surgery, you can't eat the day before, you have to fast like a 12-hour fast. So I'm like, hey, I'll just pretend that I have to have some blood work done tomorrow morning, right? And that'll get me in this mindset of just, you know, it's no big deal. People have done it before. So I was at the office for most of that day, and yeah, you know, I noticed my stomach was kind of churning more towards the afternoon, and then definitely by the time I was back in my hotel room that night, around 8, that's when I really, but you guys, that's when I'm like, whether I've eaten all day or whether I was fasting, that's my time of the night, when if I'm not doing something, I'm literally like, brownies, macaroni and cheese, pizza, sushi. I mean, when I'm bored, I'm someone that likes to eat. I don't think that's ever going to change about me, okay? I like food, I like to cook, I like to entertain, and I like to eat. And so I think that when I'm bored, it's just a habit. I don't know if that'll ever change about me. I'm kind of accepting that it won't, and just finding little ways to, you know, trick myself, right? So yeah, by the time I was getting ready for bed, I was literally, Bad Kelly was coming in going, just eat something now and do your fast on Thursday. And I'm like, I have already come all the way. All I have to do is go to sleep, and then when I wake up, I can have my breakfast. So I did it. I went to sleep and woke up the next day, and I was not, you guys, I didn't wake up the next day and go, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I'm so queasy. It was like I got up and I was just completely normal. I had my breakfast. I didn't treat the next day like a cheat day. In fact, sorry, it's like I'm having allergies now. Windows are open. But the next day it was funny because I had my breakfast, right, in the hotel room, and then I go to the office, and around 12:30 or 1 o'clock, one of my colleagues comes up and says, you know, hey, we're gonna go downstairs for lunch. And my first thought was like, I'm really not that hungry yet. I think that when you start doing a fast day, you become so acutely aware of like what real hunger is, and it affects your eating and your thought process the next day. And it also shrinks your stomach, because I will tell you this, I ordered this big, really healthy burrito. It was way too big. I mean, it was like this big. I'm not lying to you. I had about this much of it, and that's all I could really eat. I was full, and I was like, that's fine. Then I had like a normal dinner, and then I fasted again on Thursday. And you guys, both days I worked out. I think I worked out Tuesday. I might not have worked out Tuesday, but I did work out on Thursday. So even in a fasted state, I was perfectly fine working out. I was not nauseated all day. I was not queasy, and I was able to do a workout, and I had plenty of energy. Okay, I think that was the day, I think, that I did like an 800 calorie burn workout. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted, but here's the deal. I went to go downtown Friday night, and I went to put my pants on. My Ann Taylor pants that I really love, and I kept going later on that night like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much more loose these pants are. I'm not lying to you guys. And again, so number one, I just heard about this, just started it last week. I'm not making any money by telling you guys about this. I'm just saying, for me, I think it's like a godsend. It's not a crazy diet approach, it's not selling anything else, and it's helping me to kind of like be able to basically what you're doing is you're keeping your overall weekly calories down. You fast 2 times a week or 1 day a week. Maybe 1 day a week is all you want to do. But think about it. So say normally you're trying to shoot for 1,500 calories a day. You cut out 2 days, that's 3,000 calories you cut out for the week. Then, you know, the next day, if you happen to be out at a client meeting or you're at a restaurant where maybe you're having a little bit more calories than you thought, or they don't have as many of the healthy options, you're not freaking out. I'm gonna have to go to part 2.